Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lorraine. If you're new here, don't forget to click the subscribe button and join in on all the fun. Now, in today's video, I'm going to be discussing something that I've been dealing with on and off since I was like in my teenage years up until now. And that is acne. So obviously when you're a teenager, you go through breakouts, hormonal acne and all that. But then I would say about a year ago, I started developing like cystic adult acne, and I've been dealing with it ever since. It's been quite a journey for me of dealing with it and accepting it and like finding myself beautiful even though I have it. So I just decided I wanted to like make a video about it because I know I'm not the only one going through it, and I know it can be a bit tough sometimes when you're like doing all you can do to like stop it or help it get better, or even a lot of work in accepting that it's there. Now the state of my skin right now it's bad. So it got worse a little bit before we were put on lockdown, or stage 3, which Australia is in right now. So I would say that was about 3 weeks ago, and it got like really bad where I just had this huge breakout out of nowhere. Like it just came out of nowhere because my skin was getting better, it was looking better, and it was showing like progress. And then all of a sudden, I'll insert some pictures for you guys to see because I sent them to my friend and my mom because I was like, what is going on? So yeah, so I decided to come on camera and chat about it. But not only am I doing that, I'm also going to give you or show you rather how I cover my acne scars as well, because I have a lot of scarring. Yeah, and I thought it might be a good chance for anyone that is also struggling with the same thing to kind of know that it's okay, and we can still be beautiful with it, right? Or you can still feel beautiful with it, even though some days it's very hard to believe. So right now what my skin looks like, I'll put in some images as well, but I'll show you on camera right now. Don't know if you can see because of the lighting, but that's what it's kind of looking like. A lot of texture around my cheek area, and on my forehead there's a lot of like acne scarring, but you're not seeing it right now because I have concealer from like concealing my eyebrows. But yeah, let's get into this video. So what I first wanted to talk about, let me chat about the makeup first. So in order for me to cover my scars around my cheek area, I do three things, or 3 layers rather. So I put concealer on, and I usually go with something pinkish. So what I usually do to cover my acne scarring on my cheeks is that I put concealer underneath my foundation, but not any concealer. So a concealer that has some sort of like reddish pinkish tint. So this, well, I'm not using concealer, but I sometimes use foundation, sorry. I meant to say foundation, but you can use concealer too. But lately what I've been using is a foundation stick, and it's from Makeup Revolution. And I initially bought this foundation to use as foundation, but I thought it was too pink for my undertone. So that's what it looks like. And what I do is that I put it on all the parts that have like major scarring before I put on my makeup, but I'll get into it. Anyway, so yeah, I think the hardest thing about dealing with acne, and adult acne at that, is accepting that you're going through it, because you're kind of like, oh my goodness, I am 25 years old. Why do I have all this breakout? Why do I have all this cystic acne, all these bumps? I thought I got over this stage when I was 16. Like, what is going on? And I obsessively take pictures, like, okay, like trying to see if there's any progress, trying to see how bad it is. And I'm just like, and I stare at them and I'm like, it's not getting better. you know, it's not getting better. And that's the tough thing, to kind of like accept that, you know, it's a bit of a journey and it's not just gonna get better overnight. And one thing I want to say is that, you know, on YouTube, when you like look up help or, you know, how to deal with it, there's not a lot of people talking about like how to proper like deal with it emotionally. Because I did a lot of Google searches, which is another reason why I wanted to do this video, because when I was searching how to deal with having bad skin, there was nothing coming up. And what I want to say is that all that was coming up, which I have beef with, is videos saying how I got rid of my acne in 1 week, or how I got rid of my acne in a month. And I'm just like, I watch the videos, right? And I'm just like, but yo, this is not realistic. Like, if you have super bad acne, it's not going to go away in a month. And I genuinely think that those titles are, even though I know it's clickbait or whatever, I genuinely feel like and I have to, you fall into those titles because you're like, oh, okay, I can get rid of this in a month, and in a month's time it's not gone, and you're just like, but I thought. So I'm just here to say it's okay, even if you follow like skin routines and your acne doesn't go away within a week or within a month. It's a journey, a long, emotional, painful journey sometimes, because not only are the acne spots painful, but also just like looking at your skin and feeling like you're ugly with all these spots and all this pigmentation on your skin. And I have been there. I have cried over my skin. I feel you. I have sobbed over the state of my skin. So if you're watching this and you're going through the same thing, and if you've cried over it, it's okay also. And you know, of course, like, there's bigger things to worry about, but at the end of the day, like, this is also still a concern, you know, because, you know, it messes with your like self-esteem, or it becomes an insecurity, to be quite honest. And speaking about insecurity, sorry, hold on, let me go wet my sponge, because I forgot to do, oh no, I didn't, it is wet. Lorraine thought ahead. So anyway, what I'm doing right now is just, I'm letting it kind of dry a little bit in that area, just so when I put on my actual foundation, it doesn't move and like stop the covering. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing. And now what I'm gonna do is that, so if you've watched my makeup videos before, you know I mix my foundations. So what I do is like, these are the two I mix currently. Hope you can see that. So it's the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop, and that it's in the color Deep Espresso. And then this is the Fenty Beauty Hydrating Long Wear Foundation, and this is the color 430. Now the reason why I mix them, not only is because I like them together, it's because this one's too dark for me, so, and I really like the formula of this one. So I'm oily and this is pretty hydrating, so the combination like gives me a really nice finish. I really like the finish. So yeah, I'm just gonna put it on my face real quick. No, actually I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand, because I can kind of measure it. Where was I? I was talking about it being a bit insecurity. And now, like, with insecurities, like, people with, let's say, talk about other insecurities apart from bad skin. There are other insecurities that people go through. Now, as a person, you wouldn't go out to someone, say someone, I don't know, pick an insecurity, and then you as a person would not go out of your way to ask someone about an insecurity they may have. So why is it that people feel that it's appropriate to see someone that has bad skin or is going through some sort of acne issues to be like, ah, your skin, hey, what happened to your skin? Like, why do you feel like that's okay? It's like, the person obviously already knows, like, they have enough self-awareness to be like, okay, yeah, my skin is going through it, like, it's moving mad right now. So they don't need anyone to be pointing it out, like, they already know. And on that, I would like to say that I would like to say that even though some people think they're being helpful, unsolicited, girl, English, bye. Unsolicited skin advice from all the skin experts and dermatologists out there. Stop it. Stop it. I'm telling you right now, you need to stop that. If you see someone with bad skin, unless they ask you for your advice, do not give unsolicited skin advice. Like, 9 times out of 10, they already know. They already know they should be drinking water. They already know that, you know, they should wash their makeup brushes. They already know that they should make sure that their pillowcases are clean. They already know that, trust me, if they've been going through it, they've done the research, they've, you know, consulted with dermatologists, they know. And sometimes it can be incredibly condescending to tell someone with really bad skin that, hey, just drink, you need to drink more water. I'll tell you right now, I drink a lot of water and my skin is still looking like this. Like, I aim to drink 2 to 3 liters of water a day. So exactly. So don't make it worse by doing that. Just don't. I know you're trying to be helpful and stuff, but and especially if it's coming from like a random stranger that you're really not that close with, it just makes it a bit worse. So if you're doing that right now, don't do it anymore. Stop it. So yeah. So another thing I wanted to chat about is like finding confidence with, even though you have like you know, bad skin. So I'll just give you a bit of, so during the week, I don't really wear makeup. So when I go to work, even when things were like normal and we were like allowed to be outside, I never wore makeup to work because 1, I'd rather sleep in and have like the extra hour of sleep, and 2, I just, you know, child, the effort in the morning, yeah, no, it just was not for me. I'm just not made for that life. I try sometimes, but like I'll say 95% of the time I don't use makeup. So one would quite like assume that I'm comfortable or I feel confident without having makeup on, even though my skin looks like this, and going to work. And that's not the case. The only reason is just because I'm going to work. Like, there's no, I don't know, like I just don't feel the need to put on makeup, even though I'm like, oh, ew, my skin looks bad or whatever. But I tell you now, there is no way I could ever go to something social or go on a date with my boyfriend or like go out with my friends and not have any makeup on. Like, I'll tell you right now, I feel incredibly uncomfortable if I do that, because even though this might not be happening, I just feel like, 1, I feel underdressed, but also I just feel like I just don't look good. Like, literally, that's how I feel. And at one point I needed to accept that maybe, even though I do feel like I'm beautiful, yes honey, yes, I'm beautiful, the whole scarring and acne situation was maybe not making me feel like I was. So that's why I always felt like I needed to learn how, you know, to put on makeup and wear it and look nice and like be able to cover them up, because it makes me happy and it's not for anyone else. It makes me happy. So I needed to figure out a way for me to be confident even with my, you know, skin condition or whatever. So, which is why I really love makeup so much, because it just transforms you to whatever you want to be or want to look like, you know. So thank God for makeup, right? So with that, I could just tell you that I'm not completely confident or comfortable with my, you know, bad skin enough to like go out socially, even though I have it. And that's just something I'm working on, because I think the reason why I'm not there yet is because I haven't accepted why my skin looks like this. And I had a conversation with my friend Augie, because I was like calling her, because I sent her these photos 3 weeks ago. I'm like, what is going on? And she's like, you know what, Lorraine, maybe you just need to accept it. Accept it. And like, to be quite honest, you could like also start talking about it on your channel, because a lot of people might be going through it. I feel like I've been blending forever. But like, yeah, a lot of people have been going through it. I'll just show you what it looks like with what I've done. You know, so you maybe might want to like start chatting about it, and like, you know, start a conversation around it that's like more on the side of how to deal with it while you're going through it. Like, I know it's all good to see videos of like how I you know, overcome my acne and how I have this great skin. It's all nice because you watch them and you're like, okay, there's hope for me. But I just thought it might be a good idea to create a video about the journey and like all the emotions involved with having bad skin. And thing is, I know that there's people on my, especially on my Instagram, that have gone through it, because sometimes I'll post and say, oh my god, my skin's looking better, I can even see my freckles underneath, it's clearing up, and like I'll get responses like, oh my god, it's glowing, it's getting better. And then we start chatting like, oh my skin's been going through it, especially during my period. I get all this hormonal acne, and I'm like, girl, I get it, same here, it's so bad, like, because you cry about it, and it's like, oh my god, when is it gonna get better? Anyway, so my point is that I started thinking about what she said about, you know, that might help you accept that this is the way your skin looks right now. So yeah, and here we are. And I'm going to try create more videos about it and my journey going through it. Not necessarily what I'm currently using, just because I feel like different things work for different people. What I will say is that go get a skin mapping from a professional dermatologist and see what's going on with your skin, because we all have different, you know, things that may be wrong that we're doing in our routine. So yeah, I'm just gonna speed up this part. Okay, alrighty, while I wait for this to bake, because I feel like baking, I feel like a snatched look today because I'm filming another video after this. But anyway, just like some of my final thoughts about dealing with bad skin is that, you know, I think first of all is to just stay away from quick remedies. Stay away from anything that promises to get rid of your acne under a month, because one, it's probably not good for you. It's going to strip away so much good nutrients on your skin, or it's just wait, sorry, there's one thing I forgot to mention, because I'm like talking about these videos. One thing is like that irritates me is that when people do skincare videos, and to be frank, and there's nothing wrong with it, there's nothing wrong with having naturally good skin, you know what I mean? So I just feel like maybe when you do those skin videos, you should maybe have some sort of like, hey, by the way guys, like I don't generally get any type of acne because your genes or whatever, but you know, say this is what helps you. And like the whole promising people that with whatever type of acne that they have, it's gonna be gone in a week is quite irresponsible if you ask me, because that's not realistic. So if you're doing that for views or whatever, fair play to you, but I honestly think it's irresponsible to tell people that. Now, if something actually genuinely worked for you and it took a few months, there's nothing wrong with saying that, because that's just the reality. That's just like, we're human, we're gonna break out, you know, we're gonna have whatever like sort of physical issues, and it's okay to be like, okay, this took a while but it's working for me. anyway, I just needed to get that off my shoulder. But I think the biggest thing I want to anyone watching this to take away from it is that pointing out anyone's insecurities is never okay. Like, pointing them out as a point of discussion is never okay unless they come forward and actually want to talk about it. And you know, the journey is long and it's painful and it's emotional, but you know, it's going to be okay. You're still beautiful. I'm still beautiful with my acne, and each and every day find a way to celebrate every little win. So for example, if on that day your skin is looking glowy even though you have all those blemishes, celebrate that. If your acne is getting a little bit better, celebrate that. Like, it might not be completely gone, but it's getting better. If you see some sort of I don't know, some sort of improvement in your condition, always celebrate the little wins, because it's about that, not only in life but also just like, you know, when going through this, because I feel like it just makes it a little bit more better. It makes the journey a little bit more better, because we're not going to get drastic results in a small amount of time. It's not realistic. But yes, you are still beautiful. You can still slay. You can still, you know, come all the way through. even with the acne and the bad skin. Now I'm gonna dust this off and I'm gonna come back with my final look. Okay, stay tuned. Okay, I'm back. This is my final look. I'm loving it. I feel like sultry and sexy. I've been so into a red lip lately. I'm pretty sure this is the only lip color I'm gonna be wearing for a while. I just feel like so good. Anyway, I just wanted to show you the result of what I did. Now, anyone who thinks that I put on a lot of makeup is like, dude, like, how else am I going to cover it up? So it's necessary. So if you are into makeup but you're not into that many layers, what you can also use is just use a red concealer, like a red pinkish concealer under your foundation, so you don't have to use like the foundation and then 2 other foundations on top. So I think that might help. But yeah, I really like the way it came out. Like, apart from the texture, which is something I'm currently working on, like, you know, making better, I think I look pretty cute. So yeah, if you want me to do more videos about my skin and talk about, you know, all the things that you go through while having bad skin, let me know in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up. Please share it. If you know anyone who's going through like anything like this, share it with them. They might be interested in it. Or just, you know, comment down below your thoughts. And yeah, thank you for giving this video a watch. Until the next time, bye.